YouTube's online. Just waiting for Twitch. Come on, Twitch. Come on, Twitch. Bugger it, I'm just going to get started. So I'm going to practice for about half an hour. My name's Tim. Hopefully you're well. I know I am. And I figured I'm going to start streaming my practices, put them online with the intention of someone being able to practice along with me. There's some good guided practice sessions out there at the moment, and I haven't been able to find one for jazz guitar that I've been able to use myself. So I'm interested in maybe chucking some out there in the world. I'm not by any means an excellent guitarist, but I do okay. And so hopefully the stuff that I'm doing will be at the same level that you are. I'll start pretty slow so that you can hear everything that I do and can learn it by ear. So today I, at this moment, and probably for the next half an hour, am going to be playing through a 251 lick that came from a Jens Larsen video, which I do not have a link for, but that's fine. It's in a video called like 10 chromatic jazz guitar licks or something like that, and I think it's the second lick in the video. How about I play it? So my approach to practice is very slow and methodical. So what I'm just going to do is pop this on. In fact, I'm going to put it a bit slower than that. Put iReal Pro at 120, and we're just going to loop a 251 in C. Just going to turn that piano off. I find the piano just gets in the way, and I don't really need it to know the harmony. So let's loop that. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll play the lick a couple of times for you to try and learn it. I won't give you fingering or anything like that. You can copy mine or you can do your own, whatever works for you. So it starts on the one. It's very simple. Note by note for the moment. So it starts on a G, which is the first chord is D minor, but the first note is a G, which is the fourth. However you want to think of it, you can think of it yourself, but I'm just going to play it slow. So that's the first three notes. It's all eighth notes. Cool. And then the next one is going down to an A in the lower octave, and we're going to do a try it up. So that's our triad. So together. Cool. And then to finish that first bar, it's just a D and a C. Bar. Let's play the second bar. So I'll play each of those figures by themselves. So this one starts on a B flat, up to the B, and then to the E. If you're playing this on guitar, make sure that you try not to smush those notes together to make them sound like a chord, like that. And I will do that inevitably, but cool. So those first two phrases. last 3 notes. And it ends on the and of the second bar. So let's play that second bar a couple of times. 2, 4, 5, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Cool. All right, so let's just play the whole thing from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, hopefully you got the notes. If you're not, I'm just going to push on anyway. You're watching this on not live anyway, so just pause the video and go back. So everyone's got different ways to practice this, but the way I've been doing it recently is the way that one of my teachers takes me through it, which is just to run it for hours at like 120 in all different keys, but guitar I can get away with doing less keys as well as long as you're in more positions. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Just run it for hours and hours and hours until it's really under the fingers, and then speed it up and then mess with it. It's an approach that I believe comes from Dave Liebman, the saxophonist from New York. But anyway, we can talk about that another time. For now, I just want to get started. So I'm going to set a timer for 25 minutes. There's the timer. We're going to get start. And we're just going to do it for 25 minutes. We may, iReal Pro normally stops after about 10 minutes, so we'll reset. We probably will keep the BPM and the position the same. We may change key, but for the moment, let's just run this. Initially, just focus on getting the right notes and making sure that you know the lick well, because the better you know the lick, the easier it's going to be to practice it more in the future. If you're feeling fairly comfortable with the lick, start thinking about the timing and just really locking that in. And I guess making sure that the notes are clean the whole way through. So let's do it for a few more minutes, just really keeping those basics in mind. tends to only play for, I think, about 10 minutes at a time when you loop. So I'm just going to redo that. What we're going to do this time, well, just for the moment anyway, is the same thing, but we're just going to play it really slowly. Not slowly, softly. Just so that we have a difference in articulation. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to try and really focus on accenting those upbeats. So if we're playing it softly. Getting all the notes right, of course, helps. So anyway, I'm just going to start playing, and you just play it however you want to as well. The other thing I would do on guitar is change position. So this particular lick works in 4 positions, and the reason it works in 4 positions is because it's a 3-string lick. If you're not a guitarist, just bear with me for 30 seconds. So that being only 3 strings worth of notes, you can play it on the bottom 3 strings, the next 3 strings, the middle top 3 strings, or the top 3 strings. So in that key, it starts on a G. So up the top it is. On the B string, it's. Let's see if I can get this right. We did it on the G string, and then on the D string, it starts on a G. Can we do it? Yeah, you can. Same fingering as the one starting on G. I should have known that. Anyway, so if you practice this separate to here, and also if I do more of these, then we'll definitely go into those other positions. But for the moment, I want to do it in a different key. So we're now going to F. So it starts on a C. The first note of this is a C, being the 5th of F, but the 4th of the G minor. So specifically, it goes to from the 4th of G minor chromatically down to the 3rd of G minor. That's that first note. So that's the approach essentially. It's just going whatever. Let's just play the riff. I'll just play it one more time and then explain something. So in this key, you're in a particularly odd spot with the guitar. You can play it up an octave, or you can play it in a different position, or you can play it when I'm playing it at the moment. I might play it here for the moment, and then I'll go up an octave. version of this that's on the B string. If you're not playing guitar, do whatever you want. That wasn't good. Just got about 4.5 minutes left, so I'm just going to change to a new key, just so that we get through 3. So this one starts on F. You can pause the video if you need a second to work it out. So that is a half hour done. I call that a half hour as part of the Pomodoro thing. There are going to be certain positions in certain parts of the neck that are going to be more difficult than others. So that one for me was a little bit more tricky. This particular lick off that string requires a position shift and a couple of. I did that off beat, but anyway, so it's a little more tricky, especially when the frets are nice and large. So that's why it's important to do this a lot. There's a million other things you could do with this, and I will if I keep streaming these practice sessions. You do it again and make sure you go through all keys, and just do that a ton of times and really get comfortable with the lick in all positions and all keys. Then you can start rhythmically offsetting it. So I would do that after maybe a week or so, where I start on the 1, but then I'll start on the 2 of that first bar, then the 3, and then the 4, and then I'll start on the 4 of the previous bar, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'll do that in another video. But that would be the next thing I do, and then you can start messing with the rhythm, and that's a bit more creative to make sure that you're really getting the lick under your fingers and actually sort of tossing it and turning it and doing different things with it so that you get a bit more comfortable with it and becomes more part of your playing as opposed to just this lick that you insert kind of unnaturally. Anywho, I will do all of those in follow-up videos. So if you're watching this and I'm still publishing these relatively regularly, please feel free to subscribe, and hopefully we'll do that another time. Until then, I will see you later.